Next up, the University of Southern California Trojans. They are number 11th seed in the East region. They're out of the Pac-12 conference, and they will play number 6 SMU in Friday's second game. The head coach is Andy Enfield, but with us right now is Benny Boatwright and Jordan McLaughlin. And we will take questions immediately. Right here on the left.
Hey guys, Jordan Moore from USCTrojans.com. What did you guys learn from SMU the first time that you take into this one?
Benny, you go first, please.
We looked over the film. They've gotten better since then, but we looked at what we need to do defensively. They push it up court. They have 5 scores, so we need to go out there and execute our game plan.
Yeah, I would say they're a well-balanced team. You know, all their players that get minutes, they score, they play well together, and they get what they want on offense. And defensively, they're in the gaps heavy. So we got to just make sure we play our game plan and stick to it.
What exactly have you? Oh, I'm sorry. Reese Graham, SMU Daily Campus. What exactly have you seen in film that is different from the first time that you played them, and what are the challenges of playing this team a second time, given that they have such a different composition?
Jordan, you lead us off this time, please.
They're a good team. You know, they're a 6 seed for a reason. There's only good teams, really good teams left in the tournament, and so you got to come and compete every night. But they just play together well. You know, the players that they play together strong. They get the shots they want. They're well balanced, and we just kind of got to figure out a way to disrupt their offense.
Yeah, like he said, they're well balanced. They have great team chemistry. They're not sped up. They get the shots they want. So we just need to play our defensive principles and defend them as best as we can.
Ben Baby from the Dallas Morning News. Benny, you know, do you think it can be an advantage having played already once this week, and do you think there's a little momentum that y'all can gain from having that game already?
Yes, I think so. I think we can use the momentum from last game and carry it over to the SMU game. But it's a whole different team than Providence. So we can't just bank on what we did against Providence. So we got to go out there and play hard.
And once again, Benny, you mentioned, or actually Jordan, you know, we mentioned that they look a little different this time compared to last time. How offensively are they different without that big that they had that ended up transferring out when you're going back and watching film?
I mean, it's still the same, not much of a difference. You know, they're still the same team that we played back then, but you know, they're in a rhythm right now. You know, our coaches said they won like 26 out of their last 27 games or something, so they're in a good rhythm right now, and we just got to figure out a way to disrupt that.
Yes, come right down here to Janine, ESPN.
Hi guys, sorry if you were already asked this, but I need to know what was said in that locker room at halftime last night. What was that scene like? What was said? Tell us, bring us there.
Benny, start off.
The coaches just got in us. You know, we didn't come out with the urgency we needed to start the game, so the coaches just told us straight up we weren't playing with enough heart. So in the second half we changed that.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. You know, the coaches just talked to us and got in us a little bit, and we responded well. You know, everybody they challenged us, and we rose up to the challenge, and we were able to come out with the win.
Mike Leslie from WFA TV. Not to go negative on you guys here, but on the flip side of that, so much energy expended to make that comeback. Then you've got the one day off. You've got to travel. How tired are you guys realistically?
Jordan, what do you think?
I was exhausted after the game, but you know, the day's rest, I'll be good. Go get fill the hotel ice bath up later on today. Get in Normatec. You know, technology is crazy with for recovery nowadays. So, you know, we had a light practice, like walk through, going over plays and stuff, and just resting. Everybody got some good sleep tonight, and we'll get another good sleep tonight.
I think we'll be all right. This is what we grew up wanting to do, play in the NCAA tournament. So I think we'll be motivated enough to play and be ready to go.
Benny, right here, over here. Whenever SMU saw that they were going to get y'all possibly again in a rematch, a couple of the guys were excited to get another crack at y'all. Does that add an element of excitement, or kind of what does that do for y'all, knowing that there's a team looking to get some revenge in the tournament?
We just got to worry about what we got to do. We're not too worried about them. If we focus on our principles and staying together as a unit, we'll be fine.
Anything else for the student athletes of USC? All right, gentlemen, you're dismissed. Thank you very much, and best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Head coach at 4:45. The head coach of the Trojans is with us, Andy Enfield. We're going to ask him to start off with a statement about last night's game, a little wrap-up, how it is to be in Tulsa today, and then we'll go to questions. Andy?
Well, it's nice to be here after a few hours sleep and a long night of travel, but we're excited to be in Tulsa and compete tomorrow against SMU.
How much sleep did you get, Coach?
I got about 3 hours, but our players got more than that. I have to watch video with our assistant coaches, so when you wake up, your mind is racing and you have a game to prepare for. So we got together as a staff this morning, and our players slept in.
Reese Graham, the SMU Daily Campus. Coach, after Southern Cal's last win over SMU in November, you said that the Mustangs were potentially a 20-plus win team. Now you're in this position. SMU's won 30 games. They've won a conference championship. They've outperformed virtually everyone's expectations. How do you prepare for a team that has grown so much, grown exponentially better as the season has gone on with such a different lineup than you guys saw in November?
Different lineup? I think they have the same 6 players that we played. Now SMU, when we played them in November, a lot of people said, well, yeah, so what, you beat SMU? And I was trying to tell people that SMU is going to be one of the best teams we faced all year. Offensively, they can score at every position, and then defensively, they're extremely solid, and they hold teams about 60 points. So I was their biggest fan when we played them in November, and I'm still their biggest fan. They're a great team. Have 30 wins and win 26 out of 27 is just a special year for them. So congratulations to the Mustangs.
Coach, on an off-the-court note, I know your wife is from this area. She must be excited to be back here. Can you talk about her getting to come back here and how March Madness kind of brought the two of you together, right?
Yeah, when you look at the NCAA brackets, first you have to get into the tournament, and then you look at the sites, and I know her whole family will say, wow, wouldn't it be great if you were sent to Tulsa? And here we are. So we expect a big crowd, a lot of tickets, and Steve Lopes is going to be in for a lot of ticket requests here in the next day or two.
How about where you guys met?
Well, we met in New York City, and I can remember my first time back. I had never been to Oklahoma City. Very pleasantly surprised. And we took a couple trips to Tulsa, and I just love this whole state. It's great people, a lot of things to do, and really just a nice place to live and especially to visit, especially when you're with my wife.
Back to Janine here in second row. Thanks.
Coach, I asked your players the same question, and maybe you can give us a little more, paint a little more of a picture for us. Take us into the locker room at halftime last night. What was that like? And exactly what were you seeing from your guys or not seeing in that first half?
We got off to a decent start and had a lead, and then we got very passive and didn't guard anybody. We went zone, they made threes. We went man, they made threes. They got the ball inside. We didn't switch on a couple of their flex action. And we just were not playing defense the way we were capable of. And then offensively, we were being tentative, and we missed a lot. We missed 6 layups in the first half, missed a couple of free throws. And we had some uncharacteristic turnovers. We only had 7 turnovers for the game, but the majority of them were in the first half. So we just shut down on both ends of the ball, and we let our poor offense and our missed layups affect our defensive awareness and intensity because we were thinking about the missed layup. We just should have made 10 seconds earlier. So it was frustrating because we knew we were a better team than that, but Providence played great, and they made 7 threes in the first half, and then we fouled them on another one. So that's 24 points right there just from behind the three-point line. So the halftime was a little nicely talking, and then some words to get them fired up because this is their season. You work this hard, and you get to the place where you want to be, and then you don't perform. And had nothing to do with what plays we were running or X's and O's. They just had to play better and play harder and have their backs were against the wall. So I give our players a lot of credit. They cut the lead down throughout the second half. They went out. They didn't try to force things. They played to they stayed with their game plan. And we played entirely man-to-man in the second half and said, you're going to guard somebody or you're coming out of the game. And they did that. And then we had to make shots. But Providence is a great team. We played them last year in the NCAA tournament. They beat us at the buzzer. So we've had 2 tremendous college basketball games with them. So I give Ed Cooley and his whole staff and their players, what they've done with that program the last few years is just really amazing.
Anything else for the head coach of USC? Yes.
What exactly were you hoping that Nick would bring to the table when you put him in last night? And what was your thinking there? And then what exactly did he, I mean, we saw what he provided, but what were you thinking? Were there other things that he brings to the table that we may not know about?
He's had a tremendous freshman season. When we signed him late in the spring, we weren't sure. We had a player leave, Nikola Jovanovic, early for the draft. So we weren't expecting him to come in and be this productive. We thought it would be a freshman year where he could learn behind some experienced bigs. And then when Nikola decided to turn pro, Nick Rakocevic was in a much more prominent role. And he had to, from day number 1, he was getting playing time, and he kept developing. And then he went through a little stretch in January, February where he hit the freshman wall, so to speak, and then he just snapped out of that. In the last month, he has been terrific, and so we're very, very proud of him. You saw that last night. He was not afraid of the moment. He was aggressive. He rebounded. He made plays, made his free throws, and was a huge spark in the second half to help us win.
Anything else for the head coach? All right, Andy, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Best of luck.
Thank you.